What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and today we're going to be discussing counter jungling and Pokemon Unite. Is it worth it overall? Is it good for your team? Is this something you should practice in teams or in solo queue? And before we dive right into that, definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I would really appreciate it. So counter jungling in Pokemon Unite is the concept of you going into the opponent's jungle and taking their creeps, or making it so they can't jungle and get the EXP, and you're just wasting their time, essentially removing the jungler from the game. Is that a good strategy for this game? Well, let's dive into some gameplay. The best way to counter jungle in Pokemon Unite is to pick Lucario and go in top lane, and you want to have a bulky build. So I recommend Score Shield, Buddy Barrier, and Focus Band, as these items will give Lucario tons of extra bulk to survive in the jungle and outlast the opponent's jungler. So your goal in top lane is to take out your Apons, and once you hit level 3, you're going to want to use Quick Attack to go to the middle as quickly as possible. And whenever you have Quick Attack up, you want to use it again so you can get more ground to reach the opponent's jungle camp. And if you did this correctly and they aren't another Lucario Zeraora who has a really fast jungle clear, you'll be able to catch them doing their jungle monster. So when you catch them doing your jungle monster, you have a couple opportunities. One, you can either be annoying and just waste their time. You can try to take their jungle monster, or you can try to take them out. Personally, trying to take out the jungle monster is usually the best way. However, the Machop did beat me here, but all is not lost because Lucario is incredibly strong at low levels, especially compared to Pokemon who need to evolve, because they have much lower base stats than someone like a Lucario or a Zeraora would have. So you can really stomp on Machops, Froakies, Score Bunnies, Gibbles. So Lucario is a complete menace in the jungle. And after you are done doing your counter jungle, you can head back to top lane to support your ally and then score some free points, and you should get a good level advantage as well. And you didn't really miss out on anything in lane. Funny enough, we're actually at the same level as our jungler at level 5 at this point. And then at this point, you can either help your lane partner, or you can just continue to terrorize the jungler, as now that they're more desperate, they're going to be trying to do gank. So the Machoke has gone down to bot lane, and we're going to go down and support our laner and just rain more terror. And I'm at the same level as the jungler now, and they got taken out by our jungler. So this is going to help our team be ahead. So that's sort of the beauty of counter jungling. However, I will say that worked out really well, because a lot of times what happens in counter jungling is, one, people do know about this strategy, so their bot or top laners will assist them in the jungle, and then they'll eventually take you out in the jungle. So you do have to watch out. And also, your top lane partner may totally lose top lane. I consider this strategy high risk and high reward, because if you do fail to reach the enemy jungler in time before they take out their 2 creeps for buffs, then you're going to be in a really bad position. I mean, you could contest for Corphish, but it's not going to be as much significance as taking out a Buffalon or a Ludicolo. And then this also puts your top lane partner in a bad position. So it is something you got to consider, and doing this in solos, which I was doing, was really hit or miss, because your partner does not know what you're doing, so they can really lose lane. Or the other team is paying attention, and then their top or bottom laner converges on you in the jungle, and then you end up dying, and then you're even further behind. So it is a whole thing to worry about and to consider before you try this strategy. But if you are playing in teams, this is definitely worth trying out. Luckily here we were able to take out the Score Bunny because he dove on me, so it ended up working out in that case, and we made a great gank up in top. But it doesn't always work out this well, and as I said before, I didn't even win that jungle exchange before. I just wasted a little bit of time, which it worked out in this case, but it was definitely not the best case scenario as the previous example. At this point, the Lucario strategy is a known strategy. However, I have not seen anyone really talking about Zeraora being a counter jungler, and he just works just as same as Lucario. My only difference is I would probably not have Score Shield on him and instead put on Muscle Band for more damage. But Zeraora does tons of damage, and he is the best duelist in the game in the early levels. So Zeraora can really take out any other Pokemon. So if they have another Zeraora, you can easily deal with it. Especially if there's a Pokemon that needs to evolve, then you're going to have no problems whatsoever. And Zeraora does so much damage and is really good at bullying. The only issue is that you don't have the bulk like Lucario does. So Lucario is much safer overall, and honestly is one of the best, if not the best Pokemon currently in the game. So you are going for a little bit worse of a pick, but hey, if you want to try it out Zeraora, more power to you, because I definitely recommend checking him out. You do tons of damage, so it is a bit easier to take jungle creeps, and just like in this case, we were able to take the red buff, which really put a huge detriment on the opponent's Zeraora. And I'm going to repeat this bullying tactics as, you know, you want to wait in the bush, see if he's going to go for the core fish, and then bam, we ended up taking the core fish, and now we're fighting him. The best way to deal with this is you want to return back to your top lane and keep them as far away as possible from bottom lane, where the biggest impact in the game is going to be Dreadnought. So if you can keep them away from bottom lane and keep them up in top, or if you go back to their jungle and keep harassing them, you're going to end up doing massive damage. And when you get to the Dreadnought fight, they're going to be under leveled, and you're going to be pretty decently leveled already, and maybe even over leveled compared to their jungler. So it's going to put your team in a really good spot. So I definitely recommend trying out Lucario and Zeraora. Let me know in the comments below who you think would be a really good Pokemon for the counter jungling meta. Let me know if your experience with the counter jungling meta is pretty good, because so far I think it's pretty solid, but it is pretty risky overall. So it does take practice. Maybe try it out in standard mode before you take it up to the master rank ladder. I know personally I had to do that because, you know, masters is pretty sweaty, but hey, let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. And guys, I'll catch you guys next time for more Pokemon Unite action. Peace out and have a good one.